Hi guys, it's me, Igna. Back again with another video like 1,000 years late. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Igna. I am a college student and I was born with Microtia on my, on my right ear. Which basically means I don't have an ear. It is stage 3 and it's kind of like the most extreme it can get. So welcome to my channel and I hope you stick around. Now let's get on to what this video is about, why I'm back, and why I think inclusion is so important in media. Let me just start off by saying that I'm very sorry it's been this long. I know I said I was going to post often, and I did film videos, I just never got around to posting them because of so much work and stuff I had going on. So for that, I'm very, very sorry. If you think it has been long for you guys, for me it has been even longer because I filmed that video 2 years ago and actually never got around to posting it until a year later. So here we are. Bottom line is, it's been a while. So you're probably asking yourselves why I'm back and why should you believe me that I'm back for good? The answer to the question is kind of sad, but here goes. So basically, I've been going through kind of like a rough time figuring out what I want to do with my life. I'm fairly young, I'm in college, I'm a business major, and I just kind of went through this crisis of not really knowing what I wanted. I kind of went through a bunch of stuff and ended up going with business because it was like the most average and easiest way out. And that made me very sad for a while. There was always this part of me that kind of wanted to do something creative. I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to be creative and do something that I can put out there and people can enjoy and can actually make a difference. And I've always wanted to make a difference. And I guess that I was kind of shutting off this part of me that wanted to do something that's not considered like the normal way of making a living, and kind of saying like there's no way that'll work, just forget about that, do something normal. But I'm kind of done running from it because I went back to my old video, which please don't watch, it sucks so bad. But I went back to it and I read the 11 comments that I had, and I have to say that I cried like reading them. It was so emotional because they were all so nice and there were you guys sharing your stories about your own Microtias, and it kind of just got me thinking that maybe I can do something. Maybe if I just put out content and talk about my life and personal experience, I can be the person I never had growing up to look at when I wanted to talk to someone about my ear. Growing up, I didn't have any role models. I didn't know anyone who had this condition other than me. And it was sad and it was lonely at times, wanted to talk about these things with people and not having anyone to talk about. For example, growing up, I never had someone to talk to and say like, hey, I'm feeling that I'm completely misunderstood. I just want to be someone that you can reach out to and that I can help you deal with the stuff I never had anyone to deal with, because even though I have the most supportive and loving family in the world, there are things that they just don't understand the same level as I do because they haven't lived them. And I don't blame them at all, but I want to be there for you guys. So I'm also going to leave my email down below. You can write me whatever you want. I mean, of course, be respectful, be nice. But I'm more than open to answering your questions, talking with you guys, because that's the whole point of this channel. I want to be there for anyone that kind of needs that person right now, and I want to do it through the marvel that is the internet, and that is YouTube. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone that left a comment, everyone that watched it and liked it, and even subscribed. To me it means so much because it means that that thing I thought no one would ever understand is actually being understood, and that's so crazy to me. So yeah, thank you. And that's why I want to do this for good. In fact, just so you guys know, the next few videos I'm going to be posting about my Microtia are going to be about what I said in that original video, but just better organized and overall a better quality. As you can hopefully see, my English has kind of improved. I'm more confident, less awkward. That last video I was an awkward mess, I had to admit that. So hopefully watch the newer versions when they come out. So yeah, basically the main reason that I'm starting this channel back up is because I think inclusivity is so important nowadays, especially where we spend most of our time, which is media. So I kind of wanted to talk briefly about that in this video, kind of make it the topic so it's not just me like saying like, hey, I'm back. So yeah, basically my opinion is that internet and media kind of reflect the society we live in. So when there are groups that are smaller within our society that do not have representation in it, that means those groups are kind of like invisibilized, and we end up having a less integrated and inclusive society, because how are people supposed to understand realities that they have no way of knowing about? That's why I admire so much, and I'm like heavily inspired by YouTubers like Microtia did, who they have DAD and talk about it and inform people of what it's actually like and take down this misconceptions people put out sometimes. Also, Molly Burke, who is not sighted and has an awesome channel and is like pretty much living the dream. So I think they are so important because they bring attention to realities that not many of us live, and therefore not many have the option to see and understand. But just like them, in a sense, I don't just want to do videos about my year and talk nonstop about the different things that come with it and the different, not complications, but difficulties or topics in general. I also want to do normal YouTube stuff. I want to make content that's entertaining and that's fun and follow trends that I've always wanted to do, because I think that even though properly informing people is extremely important, and sharing our realities as people who are different is very important. At the same time, I want to show and prove that whatever it is you think makes you different, or even if you look somewhat different or have something about you that makes you have different aspects about your life, that you can still do what everyone else is doing. You can still be whoever you want to be and do whatever you want. Basically, I just want to prove that it's not a big deal. In my case, it isn't, because I think we're missing that kind of representation. I think we're starting to have more inclusion in media in the sense that we have TV shows with characters and people in it that have different conditions and abilities, but I think that most of the times those characters, the whole point of them is that they are some way. I think what we're missing is that media doesn't have people that just happen to be some way. Like, you know, a TV show or a movie doesn't have, most of the times, someone who just happens to be transgender or happens to have a prosthetic arm. Like, the characters that have those aspects about them, it's kind of like their whole point. Like, there's nothing to them other than that factor. So I kind of want to normalize being different and showing that, hey, it really doesn't matter and we can be part of whatever other people can be part of. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So you're welcome to stick around, subscribe, leave a comment down below saying whatever topic you want me to talk about, whether it is about my year or not, any kind of trends or videos you want to see me do. I'm more than open to suggestions, and I love hearing from you guys, which was completely unexpected from me in the last video and really melted my heart. So thank you so much for, I don't know, giving me hope in kind of this different thing that I want to try out and what I actually want to do. And let's just see where it goes from there. For now, the plan is to upload videos that are kind of about what I talked about in my last video. I'm going to post better videos about it, I promise. I'm going to talk about things like relationships and friendships, what else? School, kind of different complications that we have, and whether you have Microtia or not. If you can stick around and watch them as well, it'll be super cool because you get to know kind of what's different about it. You can understand people who are different a little better, and it can bring you a new insight. I find that people sometimes don't even know the things that you can do and we can't. It's kind of mind-blowing. So I think it'd be very interesting for you guys to stick around, but obviously I'm kind of biased because it's kind of my life. So yeah. Hi. So it's currently a different day, a different time, and it's actually nighttime right now. And I'm editing the video and I noticed I was leaving some things kind of like unclear, so I wanted to come on camera and clear them up. So I talk a lot about my channel being a place for me to speak up about people who are different and their lives. Now, I know that every disability and birth condition and anything of that sort comes with their own set of perks, of complications, experiences, aspects, everything. I know that. And I know that every single person within this different groups have their own set of personal experiences. I know that I can't speak for everyone who has Microtia, and let alone for everyone who has any kind of birth, malformation, or disability. I know that. But I wanted my channel to be a place where we could all come together and find our similarities, because I think that there are more than we realize, and that's what I like to believe, that I'm not the only person living through this, and I want my channel to be a place where we can all find each other, which kind of happened in the last video and was awesome. And also, whether you have any kind of birth condition or disability, or you don't, it would be awesome if you stayed regardless, because I know I go on YouTube to hear about people's lives, to see what other people who are living in another country or have another lifestyle are doing with their lives, because I find that super interesting. So if that's something that appeals to you, then I think this channel is going to be very fun to watch, because you get to hear about my personal experience and things that a big group of people relate to. And other than that, I think also the advice that I'm going to give in the videos is advice that I would have liked to hear when I was growing up, not just as a girl with Microtia, but like a person in general. I think some of the things I talk about apply to everybody, so it'd be very interesting to hear your opinions about it as well. And I'm more than open to hearing about them, and I'm super excited to see all of these different points of view come together. Also, secondly, the other thing I forgot to say that is actually very important is that I'm going to be posting every single Thursday. I didn't mention that, I'm saying it now. Every Thursday expect a video from me. I'm not sure what time. I'll update you and I'll put it in the, what's it called? So yeah, every single Thursday. That's it. Now back to the actual video where I have makeup and look a bit nicer. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you stick around, and I'm very excited to see you in the next video. Bye.